The cool quiet of late November sets the scene for a bird lover's bonanza. Nestled between the Tennessee and Cumberland rivers, the land between the lakes National Recreation Area is a haven for up to 250 different species of birds. This morning, most of them are ducks.
I think there's a couple of ringbills out there, buffleheads and mergansers, a whole lot of coots. It's the time of year for coots.
Wildlife and nature photographer Melody Cunningham loves coming here.
I kind of consider this my backyard, and I think a lot of it's because I know the area so well. I've been coming here since I was a kid, before it was Land Between the Lakes, and I can remember it from back then. It's a beautiful place.
And the perfect location for one of her most challenging subjects, birds. Mel has photographed over 100 species, including the rare Rosetta spoonbill and white-faced ibis.
So far I've been pretty lucky. I've got 5 or 6 rare birds to my name.
But today, Mel isn't looking for rare rosettas or common coots. She's on the search for eagles.
The birds are just so magnificent. They're so big and they're so clumsy at times, but yet they get up in the sky and they are so graceful when they glide and when they fight and do what eagles do. There's just nothing like it.
As amazing as they are to watch in the air, some of Mel's favorite moments can be found at bath time.
There's something about when those big birds get down in the water and they start shaking that water off. It's like a little kid in a bathtub. It's just pure joy to sit there and watch these creatures do that, because who would have ever thought an eagle would do that?
There is a special bond between Mel and eagles, partly rooted in a need to be strong and endure. Much like the eagles have fought back from near extinction, Mel has fought back from a devastating car accident in 2002 that forced her to quit her job and try a new career, photography.
I started watching a pair of eagles, and all I had was a 10-time spotting scope and a little tiny Sony point and shoot, and I would line them up on 2 different tripods and try to shoot pictures through the spotting scope.
These days, her equipment is more sophisticated, but Mel's greatest tool isn't a camera or a lens. It's patience.
Come on, puppy. Animals don't really work on our schedule, and they don't do things on command. You've really got to study them and make a lot of different visits to places and kind of get down the timing that these animals have. When do they eat? When do they rest? So you may spend 6, 8, 10, 12 hours out looking or searching or even just sitting and waiting for something to come to you. For people who don't do this, it's kind of hard to explain, because they're like, okay, you persevered, you froze to death, you burned up, you did this, and you got a picture. And it's like, yeah, but it's a moment in time that'll never happen again. You know, I captured it, it's there, and it's there to share. And everybody else gets to see it that wants to see it, and maybe they can, you know, share part of my joy of getting it. Oh, he's coming in.
Of course, capturing the image is only part of the picture. Images snapped in a fraction of a second often require many minutes of work on a computer to bring them to perfection.
If I take 572 pictures today, I have to go through those 572 pictures. Each picture can take 5 minutes to 50 minutes to process. So sometimes that is a little bit of a downer, but then when you get the results, you see what you were able to capture for people to enjoy. It's like, yeah, it is worth every minute of it. He's parked way, way over on the other side of that tree line.
While a really good lens can bring a distant eagle into view, you don't have to spend a dime or journey great distances to really see nature.
There's so much to be seen. Just get out and walk and slow down. Start looking in places you don't look, you know, because we all look straight ahead. And there's so much down on the ground and there's so much in the air. Take the time and be observant and look for the little things in life.
In a way, it's a process of surrender, letting go of control so that you can become more a part of nature.
It's almost as if you've been given a privilege. I think animals have a sense of people at times that if you're not threatening, I think they pick up on that and somehow they come to you. You just got to be willing to wait, but they'll come.
When they do, that's the payoff. The thing that keeps Mel coming back day after day, through the rain and snow, the hot and cold. Moments in time that are undeniably hers.
There's just nothing like being out here by yourself and getting to see things that people just don't get to see every day. And then you go home and you share that with people, and there's a lot of joy in that. It's worth it. I mean, even if you go home and you don't have a lot to take home with you, you still got to see what you got to see, and that's kind of the important part. Not everything needs to be captured in a picture. Sometimes it needs just to be in your memories.